guys, so today's video is going to be a story time video about the worst fight I have ever gotten into with my older sister.
This is Jenna.
To help me tell this story is my wonderful boyfriend Jack.
Hello.
From his perspective, to give you a little background about this story, my sister is actually a professional makeup artist who has done makeup for The Walking Dead, and she's had a lot of opportunities to travel with the Walker Stalker convention. So this was one of those weekends that I have been fortunate enough to travel with her. So last Halloween weekend we were in Atlanta, Georgia for the Walker Stalker convention, which is a big deal because they shoot the majority of the show there, and my sister does makeup for the average Joe, and it gives people an opportunity to get their zombie makeup done by a professional who has done makeup for the show. So it was a really long weekend for this convention. We were really busy, but we had a good time. We went down to Atlanta with two of our other friends, Adam and Anastasia. I'll call her Toss for short. So we drove down to Atlanta, the four of us. The last day of the convention, we decided, let's go get something to eat, let's have a couple drinks, let's relax before we had to drive back the next morning. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe, which was only a couple blocks away from our hotel. It was pouring rain outside and we decided to get an Uber. I had never taken an Uber before, so I didn't know how it worked. My sister had the app on her phone. The guy showed up. It was awesome because it was convenient. So we went, we ate dinner, we had some drinks, and then after we finished and paid, we decided, oh, let's go do something else. Let's not head back to the hotel yet. So we were going to go to a roller rink nearby. There was a security guard who actually happened to be a legitimate police officer working security at this Hard Rock Cafe. And he advised us not to go because there had been shootings at this roller rink in the past, and said it wasn't really a great place for
Shoots up a roller rink.
these random white people and their token black friend to go. So we decided against it, and in the meantime, my sister got another Uber to come pick us up because it was still pouring out. And I decided to head up to the bar with Anastasia and our friend Shannon, just for a couple shots. I bought a round of shots, and while I was waiting for the bartender to charge my card, the Uber showed up, and my sister looked at me, and she looked at me and Toss and went,
I'm so done with you guys.
she was just mad that we weren't getting in the car. At that point, she just wanted everybody to get a good night's sleep, to get up the next morning and be ready for the long drive home. Well, I wanted to have shots of whiskey and have fun. You just fart?
Yeah.
You're gross. Stop farting.
Smells like potato chips.
It's so gross. So after the Uber arrived, Jenna and Adam left. Me, Tasia, and Shannon stayed at the bar and decided to have more shots. In the meantime, I was receiving texts from my sister back at the hotel telling me that she was going to lock us out. So texts were sent back and forth. Mean things were said, because if you have a sibling, you damn well know you know exactly what to say to get under that person's skin. And me and my sister always can go for the biggest low blow. But she wasn't wrong about wanting to get some sleep for the long drive. In my mind, I figured, well, if we were going to go to the roller rink anyways, let's just drink more. Why not? I ended up calling Jack from the bathroom of this Hard Rock Cafe.
Well, so I just got done working a 16-hour shift, and I get a phone call. So it was weird. So I picked up the phone and then persisted the 45 to 7-hour ordeal of her just saying that I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. She was drunk. Everybody was drunk. It was raining. She was done.
Anyways, so I'm in the bathroom, and at one point I got to the point where I was physically crying on the phone. I'm so done. I'm done. I
It was
hate
the
her. I'm done.
It was embarrassing.
I ended up going back to the bar, and the bartender sees that I'm upset, so he starts feeding me free shots of whiskey. That was just fuel to the fire. And might I add, there's something my sister has coined the term for me when I drink a certain amount. And I don't drink like this often anymore, but I used to drink like this all the time. My sister calls it drinking myself sober. I drink so much that I try to convince everyone around me, including myself, that I am sober.
Yeah, you do that. It's stupid. Like you're bombed, and you're like, no, I'm fine.
I don't drink like that often, okay? So we spent a little more time at the bar. I'm crying in the bathroom. I'm crying at the bar. I'm crying outside. We leave the bar, and our friend Shannon gets an Uber back to her hotel, which wasn't far from ours, so the Uber driver takes us from hers back to ours. Me and Tasia go up to our room. Tasia crawls into bed, and my sister, I think, if I remember correctly, is trying to reason with me. Come on, go to bed, we'll talk tomorrow. But I just started packing my bag because I was so done. I was so done. I was calling her all these mean, obscene names, and I got her to a point where she stood up on the bed, and she's yelling back at me, and she's King Kong barreling her chest, and she's just, instead of punching me in the face like I probably deserved, she's just screaming at me from standing on the bed. And then we hear a knock. And it's hotel security telling us to quiet down. So
Wow.
I finish packing my bag, and I decide that I am going to leave. At that point, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but Jack is still on the phone with me.
Yeah.
It's probably sometime around 2 o'clock in the morning. I go down to the hotel lobby, and I am sitting in a chair with my luggage, and I downloaded the Uber app on my phone. The Uber showed up, and between the time of him arriving at the hotel and me getting into his car, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to book a flight. I told Jack to reserve a flight, which somehow it didn't work out, but he's on the phone with me. He's up, he's worried about me. I get in the car. I'm a little sketched out because now this is the third time I'm with an Uber driver for the evening, and this time I'm completely by myself. I don't know anything about Atlanta, and I know the airport was about 20 to 25 minutes away. My Uber driver was probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met, because I probably, between the time getting in his vehicle and arriving at the airport, told him my entire life story from the point I was born until the point I got into his car. I had to wait another 3 hours at the airport before I could book my flight. The flight went from Atlanta, Georgia to Charlotte, North Carolina, where I had an hour layover. So after I boarded the airplane from Charlotte to Connecticut, I passed out. I don't remember any of the flight until right before we landed. There was really bad turbulence, and I woke up thinking, I'm going to die. Well, the plane did land safe and sound. I, on the other hand, wasn't so sound.
No, you're a shit show.
I got my luggage at baggage claim, and I went into the bathroom nearby where I proceeded to dry heave for probably about an hour. In the meantime,
I forgot that you were flying into the airport.
notice how alive he is right now, because
So she was taking this stupid ass flight because she was so done, right? So I was like, fine, whatever, I'll pick you up at the airport. I fell asleep because I just worked a double. And I wake up to like 17 missed calls and like 30 texts. And I felt bad, but at the same time, I kind of deserved it because you were kind of
to be
stupid.
fair, he stayed up all night worried about me traveling back. He fell asleep. I waited probably about 2 hours because it was an hour drive from, it was an hour before I heard back from him. It was an hour drive from where we lived to the airport.
You deserved every 120 minutes of it.
I ended up making a ring of toilet paper around the toilet and falling asleep while sitting on my luggage with my head on the toilet seat. And at that point, I didn't care because I was dry heaving and I was a hot mess. And I knew just how drunk I was the night before when I received a Facebook notification letting me know that my Uber driver named Godfrey had indeed accepted my friend request on Facebook. And I did receive text from my sister, please text me back, please tell me you're not dead in a ditch somewhere. And I didn't answer her back right away. I ended up, I think, answering her like the next day. And we didn't talk for probably about a week. And since then, we haven't gotten into a fight. We started talking, we went out to lunch, we talked it out. And yeah, I know, I was drunk and we were both at fault for certain things that I won't get into. I will be doing other videos and vlogs with my sister. You guys will have a chance to meet her. If you guys are in the Connecticut or Southern Massachusetts
Tri-state area.
and you would like to know more about my sister's business and the type of things that she offers.
She paints faces and got princesses. I was Batman once. I was Batman.
Shut up. So if anybody's interested in any of the other services my sister's business offers, as far as face painting or
Hand jobs. No?
princess
They got
parties, superhero parties, she does it all, and you live in the Connecticut or Southern Massachusetts area, I will post in my description box a link to her business Facebook page, and you can...
Check it out.
Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Please remember to like my video and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any suggestions of anything you'd like to see next week, please comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Goodbye. Hello. Good day, sir. I said good day. I think I'm going to be a big hit.